What was his name?
A little bit of philosophy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the year 2024. If we look at our anti-grappling, what does that mean? So, if Isaiah puts me in a headlock and I go like that, the arm, I've got right there, make it real, and I got my knee pressure now too. Bam! That is anti-grappling. This is the counter to a headlock. Hey, let him get like 10 on each side. This is training. So a lot of our videos that we share, Sifu Johan's sharing some, those are training aspects that might be a little bigger. And he had to think about choke, hold, clinch. What words should we use here? So it's a little like and now we're in that elbow distance, right? If I got in, I could elbow him, he can pass it. Right, we have a Chisao section for this. So now, one in, one out, let's get our knee up. Yeah, but now we're trying to knee each other. Right, and Isaiah's taller, he gets up there. Oh, I'm just equal, be nice. Right, and then we can switch really quick. Ah, oh man, right? When you win, training ends. Yeah, little bonus. So, can you guys do a pistol squat? You know, on one leg, go up and down. So this is a half pistol squat. That is the start of how we practice falling down. And then we go all the way down. Foot goes up, chain kicking. All right, and then we do a kick. We stand up. Oh, I'm going to go back down. Oh, I'm going to stand up. Yeah, I kept that part on the secret footwork. So I don't have anyone to tackle me, so I sit down on my leg and roll backwards. Oh, this leg. And go all the way down. Okay? So if someone's tackling me, I might be falling this way, but I'm going to take my leg out of it so I don't have a hinge off of there. I try to fall here. Get my feet up to do some knee and open guard. All right, I think I covered the whole thing. I was going to talk about the choke. Okay, to conclude, come over here, Isaiah. In English terminology, that is a choke, right? That is a choke or strangulation, right? And then if he gets me in a headlock like this, right? And do some more up here, like make it look a little more real. Yeah, if he does that one, he can choke me with a headlock, right? The farther he gets, yeah, he can hold it there. Just I'll tell you when to stop. You can keep going. Yeah, right in there somewhere. That could choke me, right? So there, you hear it change? There you go, Isaiah. So those are chokes, and that's a headlock choke, right? They're interchangeable. But just a headlock, right? Get a regular headlock, and I'm not getting choked. I can just turn like this. I got my chin on his bone. That's just a headlock, right? I'm not suffocating. He could crush my neck, you know, like do a crushing, but I got my chin in here, and I got a hand in here, right? Got my knee down. So that's not a choke. And okay, it's lighten up a little bit, Isaiah. It's very close to a choke, though, right? If I tried to go for the Nelson the wrong way, I turn into a choke. I got my chin in there to protect my throat, right? But then it's a neck crank. So what am I gonna do? Not get my back crank, right? So if I can keep it like this, it's a headlock, right? It still hurts or whatever, but thank you, Isaiah. So for safety, just that hurt my old neck a little bit. Not bad, don't worry about it. But like that was a lot of trauma in the training. Not safe for even intermediate students. It's all good till bam. Then you got a neck injury that I got a jaw injury from 1998. You do the math. I still have it from a martial art training accident. So okay. So we do choke defenses often in headlocks. So we don't really practice like choking me like this from Latzao, right? Right? Like we have it here right there, but then it goes into a neck pulling hand. And I have to defend neck pulling hand, right? So as an example, so again, if he goes for a neck pulling hand like this, right? I get my arm in there. And then if he does this one, right? Double neck pulling hand. Yeah, that. And he got me all the way through it, so I have to go up here like this. All right, so we have a neck pulling hand. Cheese out. It looks a lot like 7th section, right? But we add some weak tie neck pulling, right? Wait, what? Pummeling? Yeah, it's like pummeling. So instead of choking each other, one wrong move, you're at the hospital. We're just working on neck pulling and breaking neck pulling. And then we have some special drills from that anti-grappling set to safely simulate the specifics of that kind of interaction and the specific. But that's for intermediate students, right? Beginners are like, yeah. Sometimes the untrained feel like they're being choked and nothing actually happened to their respiration at all. I had the honor of Mungtangle. Right, so holding his arm around his face, right, and I could push on his elbow and pull on his hand and turn him, and then I go all the way around this way. Yeah. I leverage his back with my elbow, so that's like a Fuchsal for terminology's sake, right? And then he could, if when he gets kicked, his legs get kicked out. Let's bend your knees, because I'm not gonna kick you. As he lowers down and you pull this up, thank you. It's like a noose. It's scary, and it triggers the feel, which makes people surrender. So there's some other parts where 3 people can, if you're a bouncer and you gotta take somebody out. I'm the bouncer, right? And he's grabbing me like, hey, you, and I get him like this, and I get around behind his head and kick his leg. But, he's going to be resisting and stuff, so I got to hold on to this while he struggles, and another guy gets his other arm. Yeah, hey! But he's not actually being choked, all right? It's going to be fun. Vice President. Oh, that was a good one from application points, I see it, right? So, as he went for and he folded me over, yeah, right there, I had my elbow in his face, right? I didn't hit him in his face, though. We just cheesed out around it. So that's a place, and he can do an elbow right there, or he did that to me. Oh, nice, I said. All right, so that was a moment. He could have elbowed me, and you feel that stuff, and you're like, oh, right here, there's an elbow. Yeah, and I have one going right there. Right there's an elbow. Oh, and then there's one. Oh, he knows our European headlock. Roll with the wind, hoping that the breeze don't